Welcome to Grassade, my name is Josh, and today I really just wanted to show you a couple of the games that I played just to boost my ego a little bit, but also hopefully give you guys a bit more of some tactical vision. So we'll jump right in. We've got 4 games today I'm going to show you, and we'll just quickly have a look through them. So this game is just a very, very boring, dry London. If you want to learn the London, I recommend the Gotham chess course, because basically that's what I'm playing here. Black is trying to trade off these bishops, even though probably not the best idea, provided the white bishop and the white complex set of pawns, but I played knight e5 instead. The whole point of this idea is to stop black from really getting anything in the center, and if he wants to trade this knight, I can take with the pawn, and obviously that's a fork, and if he takes with the bishop, I have the bishop pair. He castles, I develop my bishop out, he decides that that knight is too strong on e5, and I take back with the d-pawn, forcing his knight back. So we have knight f3, very normal stuff. This knight now sits nice and strong. It protects e5 and moves the knight back towards the king center. Anyway, he plays an absolute blunder. I know it's just going to show up as a mistake, but the reason is, you can see I am now winning. So I'll give you 5 seconds to figure it out. It's a pretty classical tactical idea. And yeah, I'll give you a little second to figure it out. Okay. If you figured out that it was bishop takes h7, this is a very, very, very common tactical idea. In fact, it's called the Greek gift. The whole point is, after black takes, we have knight check. And if the king comes back, our queen's simply coming forward, and it's just checkmate. And if our king comes, and if the king comes forward, we bring our knight, we bring our queen to d3, and then after f5, we can actually even take with en passant, and the king's just in the open. Sorry, I think my computer is frozen. I'll just give it a second. But yeah, you just hunt the king, you win material, knight a7, and the game's basically over. Okay, so we'll move on to the next game. We'll go from the top, but basically, again, I'm a really boring chess player. All I play is the London. We have a different variation here. The whole point of moving back to g3 is to open up our rook, giving nice pressure on the d-file in case black ever wants to castle short. But we'll just go through these moves here. This is very normal. I'm trying to expand on the queen side. And I decide to castle. Black castles with me too. And this is just a very, very normal mid-game in the London, where I'm basically just trying to get everything, get into black's position. But I might turn off the evaluation, just because it's making me look bad. I am, but that's okay. And then, okay, let's keep going. So my opponent gives up a pawn here. And again, every time you're up material, trade, trade, trade. My opponent wins back the pawn in a very fashionable way. However, it's not quite good enough. But basically, what we see now is that I've got a very dominant position here. My knight's probably going to come sort of to c4 and then maybe to e5. This is just a monster of a position. My opponent tries to bring his queen out over here, targeting this pawn, but there's no real point here. I can just push. He brings his rook over, because this obviously wasn't hanging, but we'll keep moving. We've got a nice pin here. We're opening up the king now, because we can see that these 3 pieces are all shunned off to the side of the board, whilst my queen, my rook can come in, be very, very annoying, and my knights are jumping in. So that's exactly what I do. And now I'm threatening to bring the king out, and my opponent here blunders. So he plays, oh wait, actually he doesn't blunder just yet, sorry, I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself, but he plays knight g6 to protect here, I bring my knight over because I'm looking at tactics. Whenever you are looking for tactics, I do miss main one here, by the way, just to mention. So always be observational of checks, captures, and attacks. But I bring my knight over here, and here my opponent makes a mistake. So he plays knight e7 and find the move to win checkmate into. So this is what we call a clearance tactic. So what we notice is that the king actually is very limited for squares. And we know that if we wanted to, if we had removed this pawn, queen h4 would be check. So what we can play is we can play a clearance tactic with knight g5. This is because after h takes g5, which is forced, our queen comes in and delivers mate. So that is our second tactical idea. So we're just going to jump into this kind of position here. So we're going to have a look. It's a d4 this time. I'm playing as black. I like to play knight f6. And we basically get a really, really boring London again. If you guys want to know how to play against the London, you basically want to do all of these normal moves. These are very, very normal moves. You want to take. So even though this does open this up, we can just simply take. And we're going to bring our queen out to try and pressure, stop knight e5, and, you know, live a good life. I do blunder here. Queen e7 is just to prepare long castles, and black is uncomfortable. But my opponent misses that. Don't ever bring your knight forward, guys, like this. It's just going to get chased away. My opponent makes a very good attempt to what you call fishing pole. So we take, and oh, I didn't even see this. Wow. Okay. So I guess that's on me. But basically we have e5, and we have f takes e5. My computer is just having a bit of a stroke at the moment. Just bear with me. And if the technical difficulties are, we'll just have to end the video there. No, there we go. F takes e5, and then we have knight takes e5. I was supposed to let you figure that out. But look, that's okay. Knight takes e5. Let's learn why. The reason why is because this king is uncastled, and we have a rook that can come here, and we have a queen that can come here. So after let's say bishop pawn takes e5, you have queen takes, and even though black can defend, you're simply losing. You're down a pawn. This is just murder, essentially. And yeah, look, I'm really sorry. I got a bit too into it there. But let's just move on to the last one. Okay, never mind. It seems like my computer wants to die. So I just like to thank you guys for watching. If this is the kind of stuff that you're interested in, and I will be covering chess news soon, please click the subscribe and follow along as you join me on my chess journey. Thank you very much.